Hey guys, I just wanted to give an update on what's been going on for the past week or even a couple months. Just a warning, this is all kind of off the top of my head. I just have a few notes, just stuff I want to get off my chest, and I'm doing this in one take, so I'm a little nervous and everything. But anyways, let's get to it. First of all, I just want to say I'm sorry. I don't typically like talking about my real life problems or feelings with you guys. I want my content, to be an escape for some people. Everyone has their own issues, I'd rather them be distracted from them rather than just listening to another person's problems. But I feel like if I don't explain anything and people just let this float around, people are, gonna think that my content's gotten worse. And, it has a tiny bit. I mean, I'm not as enthusiastic or into the game, all that stuff, as I typically have been the past few months. And I feel like I owe an explanation to some degree. And if you don't care and just want to watch my videos, man, then by all means, you're fine. The videos will come back to normal here soon enough, but you just don't have to watch this if you don't want to. Okay, yeah, we got some background video here, so I know it doesn't really fit with the whole topic of this, but I'm just gonna keep going. You can just enjoy the gameplay in the background, I suppose. I will admit that I do kind of get shit on here, but so not gonna be easy. But if you haven't known, I've been on multiple antidepressants and all that for about 4 years now. I try to keep this on my videos because, like I said, I like to keep my personal issues out of my content. I've been dealing with this on my own for a very long time, and I don't see a need to constantly have you guys worrying and feeling bad for me. I don't want the reason you like and interact with my content to be because, you feel bad for me. Everyone has their own lives. Focus on improving yourselves, just like I am. It's okay to worry about others, I get that, but always remember that, your own mental health comes first before some guy you watch on the internet, right? So anyways, I've gone through multiple sort of ups and downs throughout the past few years, but I typically pass them, and I start feeling better. And COVID has made this worse for everyone, not just me. I know there's some people out there who will just, write off someone being depressed because because they make a lot of money, they have something better than they do, or they just, their life isn't as good as someone's. That said person isn't entitled to be sad about anything. I understand that's how some people see it. They see, for example, being a YouTuber as some sort of luxurious lifestyle, with no worries in the world, and you get to play video games all day, you get to record yourself for a few hours a day. I have to work 9 to 5, I'd kill for that. And yeah, of course, I see that perspective. Also, I get fucked with that red, I must say. I wanted to mention that. Yeah, obviously I get that perspective. I'm not saying I'm ungrateful. Like, I'm still paranoid that one day I'm gonna wake up and this YouTube stuff is all a dream. Like, that happens all the time. Like, I lucid dream and stuff like that, and I do reality checks a lot of the time, like, just because a lot of the time it just doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel real, and it doesn't feel real to get so many people just constantly telling me about things that I've done to help them, just by watching some guy playing video games and respond positively and say such nice things, to actually have an influence and, make people happy, make a difference in my life. I can't even begin to explain how grateful I am for that. Like, and how far I've come. Being a YouTuber has been my dream job since I was a kid. I've made like 10 different YouTube channels. It was a huge hobby of mine, but, just scoffing off someone else's problems because you can't understand their perspective is just, it's terrible, and it's really rude. And I get some of those comments pretty often, and I know they're pretty frowned upon, but, I still see them. Man, every single job has downsides, even being a YouTuber. The upsides may seem overwhelming to some, but there are still downsides to everything. COVID has been a tough time for everyone mentally, and, not being able to see other people, having to stay inside all day, and, being bored. The lack of social interaction, it's tough on a lot of people, and it's been tough for me too. Quite a few of my friends have empathized, with my lifestyle because COVID forced them into a similar situation. See, I don't have to go out and see people every day. My job is to, it's to entertain thousands of people who I don't even see. Like, I have to be careful constantly about what I say, or act as if I'm constantly monitored. It can cause paranoia and everything. Not like really, but it's always in the back of your head that being online is different than normal social interaction, right? It's like, there's always someone out there that's trying to, cancel you, do anything. Like, my career could end in like a snap. And it's not even just that. It's just, hard not seeing people at a job for or at school every day. Like, being alone can be tough, man, on anybody. And that's just kind of comes with the job of at least the YouTube that I do. You know, like I've gotten past it and everything. I accept what it's like, but like this all kind of started when I was deciding if I wanted to go to college or stick with YouTube, right? I was scared of, you know, just missing out on all of this whole other type of life I'd be missing out on, and I was realizing what life would be like if I pursued YouTube. But I understood the downsides, and I don't regret my choice at all. Times have just been tough, man. Mainly the past few months, especially combined with COVID, after the incident with Snowball and his seizures, and then some other few things I'm not really comfortable sharing with you guys. I haven't been able to get out of this little rut, per se, that I've been in. Because of this, my content has been suffering. I'm not uploading and streaming as consistently. Like, I'm not getting as many views or subs, which is, you know, kind of a vicious cycle, which makes me feel worse and all that. Like, you know, I'm drinking and I'm hungover, I'm not motivated. So I started going to therapy. I knew it was time. If, like, since I couldn't get out of that rut, like, I was like, okay, I need to talk to someone. I need to, you know, get a little more grounded here. So I stepped out of my comfort zone and started like working towards a solution. And after a few months, I kicked myself into gear and had the firm mindset of, you know, nothing is gonna change my life if I continue to just mope around and whine about it. Like, understanding your problems is the first step, but taking action, you know, it's the next. I felt motivated. Sorry, 1 second here. I promised myself I'd stream every single day of May. I made a vow that I go to the gym, you know, I go outside, I hang out with friends, you know, push myself out of my comfort zone altogether. And, you know, maybe start feeling better again. You know, at least I'm working towards something. But unfortunately, after a week of straight of this whole idea, I got some of the worst news I've ever had to read in my life. A best friend of mine unfortunately committed suicide last week. I've never really been emotionally this broken before. Like, I'm not a very emotional guy, other than over-exaggerating for videos and content, but I like to keep myself composed. I wasn't ready for it, man. I didn't want to, especially like right now, I didn't want to believe it, so I shut it off for like an hour thinking that, you know, like, it was just speculation, like someone just, you know, they heard of it, it wasn't true, and then my sister sent me the obituary, and I just broke down and ended my stream at the time. I almost fainted. I had to lie down on the floor, and I can't remember the last time I've cried, but I cried. I was swollen for days. My eyes and cheeks started to sting really bad from the tears, and I threw up from the thought of it a few times. I sought comfort and, you know, distraction by getting drunk anytime I was awake for a little bit, just to forget about it. But I started to feel a little better after the visitation, because I got together with my group of friends that were close to them, and we told their favorite memories. We had a bonfire and reminisced. I was sitting hanging with friends, and, you know, it really helped me out during a time like this. Riley was one of, you know, the few closest friends I've ever had in my life. I met him in first grade at the bus stop. He lived about 4 houses up from mine. We hung out every day when we were kids. Me, him, and my cousin and I were all really, really close. And we went to the same schools all the way until grade 12. We were super close all throughout, sharing some of my fondest memories. I still remember him showing up on snow days, just randomly, to play games or race boats in the stream in my backyard. Fuck. After leaving for Quebec last year, I didn't talk with him too much. Being so far away, and the last time I saw him was the last summer. We were at my parents' house for the last time before they sold it. I was having a party with a ton of my friends who were home from the summer and I hadn't seen in a while, and me and Riley split off while everyone was outside, and went through my house and talked about the memories and fun times we had in the house throughout all our childhood before they sold it. We told stories and laughed about stuff that happened back in the day. That was the last conversation I had with him. I just wish I would have known, you know, like, I wish I could have just talked to him about it. Staying sober these past few days has been hard, man. I find myself constantly getting, you know, lost in thought, dazed. Sort of like this out-of-body feeling. I don't even know how to explain it. I just haven't felt like myself at all. I'm constantly thinking about it, and it's hard, man. Almost every night I've had a dream about him, and it's like me going back into another timeline, and in this timeline he's alive, and I remember just falling on the floor, bawling in the dream, and then I'd have like a lucid dream with me and him sitting on my mom's back deck, just looking at the stars, and just having one last conversation with him. That's how I'd wake up crying. Fuck me. God. If anything, I've come to really appreciate the fuck out of my friends. I try to savor every moment, every memory, you know. Talk with someone like you might not ever see them again. Check on them and ask them about themselves. Ask them how their day is. Most importantly, ask yourself how you're doing. You are the most important thing to you, and your mental health is so important. If you need to talk to someone, just do it. Don't be scared. Don't worry about being a burden on others, because you're not. You're you. You need to make sure you're the best you can be. Finding your own happiness, your own hobbies, your own value to you is all a part of it. Do things that make you happy, man. Fuck those who judge you. It don't matter. You're struggling, man. You gotta be your own #1 priority. Talk to someone, just please, coming from me. Just don't wait until it's too late and you're just filled with regret. Just live life and appreciate everyone like it might be the last day. Be happy with what you have. Savor every moment instead of worrying about tomorrow. Focus on why you're happy right now. At least that's what I'm doing. And that's what I've learned. I'm still in mourning and I'm still trying to piece this all together, but so far that's what I've been through. And you don't have to listen to me, of course. I mean, I'm just some guy you watch to play video games and make stupid jokes and shit. But I'm trying my best to get past this, you know. Time heals all wounds, but it's hard. It's really hard for me, and it scares me to move past it, but I know I have to. But I'm asking you to just give me a little bit of slack for the next little bit. Please be understanding if I'm a little upset or irritable. I will get past this, I promise. I'm not trying to use this as an excuse to be an ass or anything, of course. My mind is just in a really rough place at the moment. And trying to stream and go back to normal just isn't. It's not going to be easy at all. So all I ask is just please be a little bit patient with me. I really do appreciate your condolences and everything, but please try not to comment on me sounding sad or asking what's wrong or talk about my friend or anything. I just need to distract myself, man. And it's extremely hard mentally when everyone's, you know, constantly asking me if I'm okay. You know, I'm not okay, but I'm gonna move past this. And I need to distract myself and get back into my, you know, my own rhythm until, you know, I'm comfortable to talk about it. The whole reason I'm making this video is just to make it easier on myself when I try and record and stream again. So just, you know, because if I don't explain anything and, you know, like I just randomly upload and I'm super quiet and everything, people are just gonna probably assume the worst and think everything's just bad and you know. But I'll try and get back into it. Sorry. Just please let me heal in peace when you're talking in chat, and you know, when I am comfortable talking about things again, I'll open up. But, you know, for now, please just hold on for me. I'll be back soon. I promise. I just don't think I'd be able to really stream or make content without, you know, getting this out there and, you know, making sure everyone understands, because I don't know. Anyways, I'm sorry for the rant. I just, you know, felt like I did owe you guys some form of explanation, and if I didn't, then, you know, it would be hard. I'm not one to typically share very personal things. I don't think I've ever even done a video like this or an apology video or something, you know, but I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I'm just gonna, I think I'll just leave the On Her gameplay in the background if you guys wanna see the conclusion of this game. There will be no comments here or anything, but have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.
felt so easily. Beware the shifting clouds.